Yeah. Hey, Bo. Mike McGlinchey was just saying in the locker room that obviously, the win is good, but the offense needs to do better. Maybe you could expand on that.
Yeah, we got to do better. At some point, 10 points ain't going to be enough. We got to score more.
Bo, the ability to earn these wins kind of in different ways. I think I asked you this last week, but just what does it tell you about when you are able to start clicking a little more on offense about what the potential can be here?
Well, we just have a tough and resilient football team. We find ways to win. Usually right now it's the defense leading the charge. They just continue to get us the ball back. A bunch of sacks tonight, a few that were in field goal range that knocked them out. And you'll win a lot of games with the defense playing like that. And then tonight we had a little spark with some special teams plays, and then, we just, at some point, we got to start moving the football and scoring points.
Yeah, Bo, Sean said that the Raiders did some things that you hadn't seen before. He gave a lot of credit to them for your offensive struggles. Anything in particular that they were doing?
Well, I thought they were a good defense. I thought their schedule is definitely not a good representation of probably how good they are. I think they've probably had some unlucky breaks, but they were solid on defense. They have a good front. They're able to get pressure. They did some different looks tonight as far as getting pressure on us, but it's just tough. They at the beginning they were keeping us off balance, and then they're in the second half. Felt like we were moving the ball a little bit, but just never could break through. But it's tough against a good defense like that.
Bo, what's the balance of the frustration of not being as productive as you want versus knowing that it's, I guess, correctable or achievable and still out there with obviously a lot of football still left?
I think you got to stay level-headed. You got to understand that it is the NFL, and 7 wins in a row is hard to come by. So you're doing something right, but at the same time, you're also doing something wrong because there's plenty left on the table, I think. And between penalties and just some sluggish football, we're just not playing very good. And it starts with me. I got to be better, and then the rest of the guys will follow along. But we got to find some juice somewhere. We got to find something, and especially against a good defense like that, there's plays to be had. We just got to find them.
Bo, on your right, on your defense had a lot of sacks today. 45 sacks is the most since 1990 through 10 games. What that pass rush specifically, getting after the quarterback, and then specifically with that Hufanga sack, it looked like that really kind of flipped the momentum.
Yeah, those guys get after the passer. Those guys do a good job of rushing. They stay in their lanes. It's kind of rushing by committee. You never know who's going to get a sack. There's plenty of guys up there that have good moves, have good pass rush, and can get to the quarterback. And I think they just do a good job of getting to 3rd and long. And when a defense is about to pass it, and they're able to tee off a little bit. But they just do a good job. They get after it. They all of them, whether it's 4 or 5 guys up front rushing or whether it's somebody from the back end that rushes, they do a good job getting the quarterback. They find the ball, and they're playing it really well. And, they provide us with a lot of energy, and, the sideline's always upbeat, and, we just got to literally move on.
Yeah, Bo, you've getting the full gamut of Broncos country. The fans here are great often, but you also found out tonight it can be a tough crowd too. What'd you think about some of their reaction, the boos and that kind of thing?
Well, I've been booed before, and I'll be booed again, so not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you, but, it's part of it.